Hi! Today we're going to be taking a look at The Little Mermaid on the NES. Now, I know it's only obvious that I'm a little too manly to be reviewing this, so I brought my friend here who is a Little Mermaid expert, Traci Hines. Hi Traci, why don't you tell us what makes you such a Little Mermaid expert?
I mean, we kind of have the same hair color, so that totally makes me an expert. I've been pretty good friends with The Little Mermaid for a long time. I made a whole music video inspired by The Little Mermaid. I have all of her thingamabobs. I have a web series based on The Little Mermaid's alter ego, Hipster Mermaid.
Don't need glasses? Yes, you do.
My clothing line, Adorkable Apparel, has lots of Little Mermaid inspired merchandise. Merchandise. Get it? And I mean, I'm kind of a fan.
But have you ever played the game?
Of course I have. It's part of my collection.
Oh! The Little Mermaid was released in Capcom's greatest frame on the NES just before DuckTales 2 and Rescue Rangers 2 in July of 1991. Now, if you have never played this before, just make sure you are not scared off by the fact that this may seem a little bit like a girly game. Or the fact that this game takes place all underwater, which, as we all know, usually feels boggy or dull. This is not the case with this game. Aerial will turn on a dime, and when you fire your wave attack, the aim is really on point. So, Traci, what are your thoughts on this game?
I really enjoyed that when you cast your wave onto enemies, they get captured into a bubble and that you can now use them as projectiles. There are also chests in the game that hold red and green pearls, which do increase the range and potency of these attacks. And when you acquire enough of these, your bubbles will now have the power to knock rocks and large barrels around, and even capture the larger enemies. Oh, and you can also just pick up shells and ram enemies with them.
Now, I do love the music in this game. I know it's nothing brilliant or extraordinary, it just has that underwater feel to it. But not that underwater boring feel. I also adore the fact that they included the Academy Award winning Under the Sea. So, I don't know what it really is, I can't really put my finger on it, but Disney really has a way with music.
What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day?
So, as I was saying, Disney really... I cannot believe I didn't tell you guys about the story for this game. Well, actually, wait. It's just basically that same silly story that happened in the movie.
Same silly story? This game starts out where the beautiful Ariel and the stunningly handsome Prince Eric are about to marry.
And then Ursula casts a horrific spell and sends all the fish to attack you to ruin your life. Now, the game isn't a difficult game by any means. There is a little bit of exploring going on in the game, which is really cool and a little different from the other Capcom/Disney games of its time. The boss fights are all mildly challenging, but the bosses do seem to get just slightly harder as the game progresses.
It was the same for me too. I passed the first boss or two with ease, and seemed to be more challenged as the game moved on, but I still wouldn't say that this game is hard by any means.
And all the bosses have patterns, and once you figure them out, it's simple. Well, there you have it. That's The Little Mermaid on the NES, which I personally love. I know everybody doesn't love it, especially a lot of guys, but I find it to be a very enjoyable game. Now I'm curious, how do you feel about the game?
I think this game could possibly be the greatest game of all time! Not really, but it's a really good game.
I just wanted to give a quick thank you to Traci Hines. We sure had a lot of fun here making this video. And if you want to see some other fun videos, make sure and go check out her channel. I know Ricky and I get called hipsters a lot here on the show. Well, take some life lessons from a hipster mermaid. Or if you want to hear song covers or original songs by Traci Hines herself, or even full music videos of Disney songs. And if you just want to see a good human being having a good time, make sure and also check out this channel. Also, I may be appearing over there soon. Okay, I will. So go subscribe, please. Okay, do it. Sorry to invade my space.
Sorry, bad coffee breath.
No, that's funny. That's what I want to do.
Ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn?
I need Ricky back.
My turn, wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea. Like that?
Yeah, that's right. I like that one way better.
What?
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
That's good. That's
too
all I
funny.
needed.
couldn't do